Yeah, U3, live from the underground.
Yo, it's your girl DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and you tune in to U3 Underground, Unsigned, and Unknown. And we have a guest tonight, my girl Ugena. What up?
Hey, what's going on? I actually remember the first time seeing you was at the Peso Peso show. And I was like, yes, there's a female
Yes.
DJ. Yes. I was so excited. I was like, what's your Instagram name?
Yes, I think you sent me music to play too, right? I'm not sure if you did or not.
It's possible. I know at one point I was just shooting out emails. Like when I was first starting, like with the single, I was like, because I wasn't really sure how to first navigate. Because it's me figuring it out on my own for the most part. And as I've been going through, I've been getting help and tips along the way and learning about it. So it's been a process, and I think I did a while back.
Are you born and raised in San Antonio?
Oh no. That's the misconception that a lot of people get, that they think that I'm from San Antonio. But actually, I'm like 40, 45 minutes away from a small town called Dile or Dilly. It's like 35 south going to Laredo. And I mean, but for the most part, like with my shows and everything, like with stuff that I've done, I've been able to connect more with like San Antonio artists over there and what they're doing. So I feel included as well with San Antonio being part of the San Antonio music scene.
That's good. I like that. I never heard of that city though. Okay, I never heard of that. I might need to go check it out.
No, it's a small town of like 3,000, and that's including the inmates at the prison. It's a small town. Not everybody's heard of it.
When did you first get into music? How old were you when you started singing or when you found out you can sing?
When did I first? Um, I mean, I've been into music since I was very, very little. Like my mom, she was always listening to like a variation of different genres. Like she introduced me to like the Beatles, Journey, Tejano music. Like she always had given me a variety to listen to, and from there, like I started exploring on my own and have always just sang along musicals, or like I at one point I even joined church. And from there, like people were telling me like you can sing, you have a voice, and I was like still like unconfident about it, like was not confident at all until like at one point I mean, my cousins, we always get together and just jam out, have a jam session, play guitars, the drums, and they're more like rock. And I would sing, and I started getting more confidence singing in front of people and got more encouragement. So it's just like naturally started coming along and evolving. Now with like recording music was like 2017, barely. Like I got the resources that came available, so I tapped in on it and just been going from there.
Who or what inspired you to want to do music? I know you said you was jamming out with your family, but did
Mm.
anyone else inspire you?
Um, I think what inspires me when it comes to doing the music, I mean, I love being creative. I consider myself just an artist all around because I have different mediums that I practice in, like with painting, with sewing, with writing, and the music just came along with it. Like it was a different way for me to self-express
Yeah.
um, anything that I was going through, because I've had like a lot of rough times, and music was always there to help me get through it. Especially like music like with The Weeknd, Janae Aiko. Um, I really tapped in with them, and this other artist, Kuko, and Girl Ultra, that I've been recently listening to, that have helped me blend my music and get more creative with it, because they're like more Latinx artists that I can connect more with.
How would you describe the music you typically make for
Oh
people who
man,
haven't heard your music? That's
this bitch is sad. I would say she is sad. Somebody, please go find her a good man already so you can stop singing. But I I'd say it's like something you listen to, like if you're in your feels, but then like I have just like a couple of songs that's more like dance-ish, whatever, like more Latin vibes and beats to it. So it's been more categorized just like love songs and uh just try to keep it real too, just so people can connect with it and help them in any kind of way that they can. So I mean, but I've been told it's like on the genre part, it's like R&B, contemporary, like all a little bit, because I have Tex-Mex lingo in there, and then it's like little R&B too, and a little bit of hip hop too. But I like having that little Latin in there, that guitars in there too.
How
Now
important?
I'm working on something new, so that's why I'm more excited with that one to come out. But I'm patiently giving myself time. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you get. I would say, how important is it to have your Latin culture in your music? Because I know a couple Latin artists in San Antonio, they try to shy away from it,
Yeah.
but you embrace it.
Yeah, like to each their own. I mean, it is kind of tough, I think, especially as a Latin person, because there's a lot of criticisms on both ends that come with it and responsibilities of it. Because, like, as well, like my Spanish is way different than somebody who's from Monterrey, Mexico. Like, there's a bunch of, I don't want to say this wrong.
Tex-Mex.
Nahuatl. It's like a Nahuatl native language, indigenous
Yeah.
language over there that they speak. And it sounds Spanish as well. And then like they evolved to like the Nahuatl with the Spanish from the Spaniards when they went to Mexico. And then as well, like mine's like a mixture of that with English. And it's, I think for me, I know for me, it's for myself, I can speak for myself that it's the fear of being criticized, but at the same time, it's like mine is just a different dialect of Spanish because of where I was raised at in the area I'm from.
Yeah.
But it is very important to me to know and put it out there that I am Mexican American, that I do have that background, that my great grandma did come from Monterrey, Mexico, that they did not cross over here for nothing, that I'm not just going to completely be blind to my identity as well, So I very much pay homage to it all the time and appreciate it, because that's a part of my family and where we came from.
Well, let's go back to when you said that you're very sad in a lot of your songs. And in one of your songs, you have Nightmares. I particularly like the line where it says, "Wishing the memories would F off." Tell us a little bit about that song.
Oh, so that's okay. So I wanted to like do my own rendition of like to my anxieties, because I'm somebody who deals with anxiety a lot. And at one point I was getting like panic attacks to the point where I would black out, and I was like, what the hell is this? What's going on? Like what's happening? Because it wasn't something that's really spoken of, like in at least in my family, like that culture. It's just like, nobody no más aguántate, you're fine. Like está bien, like don't even worry about it. Just go have a drink, you're fine. And that was my go-to, like just go have a few drinks and I'm fine. We're cool. But turned out the alcohol was just suppressing a bunch of experiences that I went through in my childhood that were really tough, and getting through that, and as I was coming into an adult, like you have to give yourself closure to a lot of memories, because if not, they'll come back to haunt you. And that's what that song was about. Like the beginning, it's like, take it back to 99 alone in my living room. There was knocking at the door because I was 8 years old when this girl just came up to our house. She was like my age. We used to hang out with her a lot.
Yeah.
And she came to our house crying because her dad had just beat the shit out of her. And my mom and my sisters, we are all like, what do we do in this situation? We ended up helping her with her family and everything. And it's just a lot of instances like that, like where I went through something that was just like, not everybody goes through.
Yeah.
And I know not everybody goes through it, because when I talk about my experiences in dark humor, they're like, damn, like, and I'm like, really, I promise it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Like, I'm okay with it, so that was what Nightmares was about. And just giving homage to that and expressing that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's get into a little bit of your Spanish side. I noticed in Fallen, you dropped some Spanish words. Do you enjoy singing in English or Spanish more? Or is it 50-50?
Oh, man. Okay, so I just recorded this last song, and I found myself easily coming up with the words and vibing the beat with Spanish.
Okay.
But my friend, he was telling me, he's like, like for Latin people, it's easier for us to sing the oohs and the ohs. Like that's why it's hard when we do English. It's like the, I guess I don't know how to describe it, but like if I'm saying look, the
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like certain words, it kind of is hard to transition some lyrics. But I think I like both. I like to connect both in English. I mean, my first language is English,
Yeah.
but I'm starting to hear it more like my accent and then like how much more easier it is for me in Spanish. So I mean, I think I like doing both. I think both's pretty even. But I did enjoy this last Spanish one I did. I was just like just vibing. I was like, yeah.
Well, we know COVID has hit 2020. It affected a lot of artists and the way people do the
Oh
creative
yeah.
process. So, has it affected your singing style, or has it affected you at all? You still recording?
Yeah, I was definitely still recording. It at first it affected me to the point where I couldn't do anything, where everybody was just like didn't know much information about it. And so it was like, let's be safe and close the studios off. Let's not do too much interaction, you know. And but eventually, I'm grateful for that because at that time, like I don't think I would have been able to come up with my lyrics or given the beats too much thought that was vibing on, and it gave me some time to process. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This direction I'm gonna go in. Do I not want to do that? Do I do want to do that? I think if I had been at the pace that I was going, my EP wouldn't be the same.
Yeah.
So I think it affected me more in a good way. But I'm always trying to see the brighter side of things too. Like so, then I did go through some experiences as well that helped add to my lyrics and just really think about them. And I'm like kind of resonate a little bit more. So yeah, it definitely did affect me. Put out a night. I was hoping the EP would come out like sooner, but I'm grateful for the time that I was able to put into it. So I was like, you know what? It's good. It's good. It'll be all right. In due time. I don't like forcing anything.
Yes. So, when is your EP coming out? Do you have a release date for it or not yet? A roundabout release date?
I'm on that roundabout. I have been thinking like towards the end of January, but I feel like that would be pushing myself. So right now I'm collaborating with different people with like choreographer Jacqueline Rios. With her getting a team together to do a music video for one song. Like I'm trying to get all the material together, the photos, the videos, and promotion material together first before I say, okay, this is a date.
Yeah.
I'm hoping February, maybe late January. I'm hoping, but I'm not going to press myself about it yet.
Yeah. When it comes out, it comes out.
Yes.
And it's
In
gonna
due
be,
time,
and I
it'll
know it's
come
gonna
out.
be a dope project, so we can't wait for it to come out. You have a name
Yeah.
for it? Or is it a secret?
Besitos.
Oh,
Besitos. Yeah.
okay. I
I was
like
like,
that.
it's like basically it's just like kisses to all my ends, like with
Yeah,
all the heartbreaks, with anything I've gone through. It's just besos. It basically it's kind of like much love.
I like that. I like the way
Yeah.
you put that. Besitos. Okay, I like that. Now, I know that with COVID, it has resorted us to use the internet more,
Oh yeah.
more with the streaming, the TikToks,
Mhm.
Instagram, Facebook, all of that. So, how do you feel the internet impacted the music business?
Um, I think with that, it's given people more opportunity to like make money from home more than anything. Like you don't have to go out there in person and get the outfit together, put the gas money together, put the budget together to go out there to all these shows because you do
Yeah,
your live streaming there. And like I think I saw MVP and Icon apps that do like where they can drop tips to you for streams or streams that you're doing, and even on YouTube, like people can drop tips like when you do music video releases. And I think that kind of does really benefit the artist because there is a lot of you have to really budget yourself and consider how much money I can spend in this or in that, and advertising as well.
yeah.
It's been very beneficial, like with artists and music.
Now, if you could change anything about the music industry, what would it be?
God, I'm like, oh God.
I
It's
would
like
for me, listening to your music, because you do R&B, pop, and you do a little bit of Spanish, I say grouping all Spanish artists together, because I know the music industry tendency have to group y'all together. Like y'all all do cumbia, y'all all do reggaeton. When it's like, oh
Oh yeah,
no,
it's like there's more to it. It's like when it comes to artistry, it's fluid. You know, you evolve as things go along, and that's what makes music music. It's emotions, it's authenticity that's put into it.
exactly,
And if that's just not the vibe, that's not the vibe, you know. And that's what I think too. Like what you're saying, like it's trying to box you into something and package you off, and that's not the case. You know, like how Doja Cat recently did. Was it? I think it was a VMAs. How she just came
yeah,
out of pocket with the rock. I was like, okay. I was like,
yeah,
yes, this is what we need. Yes, please, more of this.
yeah. I don't like
Definitely,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, the music industry just boxes people.
Yeah. And I think with more people becoming independent is like helping that,
Yeah.
like unboxing of it, really more than anything, giving artists more freedom.
Now, I've seen you perform at the Peso Peso show, and
Yeah.
you're going to be performing at the Loud Fest. And I know
Yeah.
you've done other performances. Do you have a favorite song to perform? That's kind of hard, right? Your top three, your top two.
In my past, it's been nightmares. Definitely love doing nightmares. But moving forward, this last one I did, I think is gonna be my favorite.
Okay.
But I have one more song to do that I'm gonna put with the EP, and then from there I'll make a final decision. But I think this last one is definitely gonna be the one that I really like doing, and I
Now,
aim on performing it.
now we're gonna hear this new song at the Loud Fest.
Yes, definitely, most definitely. I'm ready to put out some new music. I've been holding it in, and I'm just ready for it. I'm excited about it.
You heard it straight from her mouth, so make sure if you want to hear her new song, come out to Loud Fest in Katy, Texas, in December 5th and 6th. I will be there too. So
Okay,
yes,
I
I will
will
be
be.
there. I'm gonna be there doing interviews, interviewing people.
Yeah.
I might get to see you in person. We could take a picture.
Yes, of course. I love that.
I know at
And
the Peso Peso show is more like a hi and then bye. It wasn't more like we didn't really get to talk as much. So
yeah, definitely for sure. That's good that you're gonna be going because that's one of my. I'm gonna be going by myself for the most part. I do have Stilo Jordan going too. He's gonna help me out with
oh,
photos.
I like
Yeah,
Stilo. I know Stilo.
to work with him too, like even with music. Cause I heard his music and I was like, damn, okay. And that's how he does photos. I was like, okay, all right. So I asked him about that, and he's gonna join me there. And I'm just so excited you're gonna be there too because at least it's people that I kind of know of familiar
Yeah.
faces.
No,
Because
I
I
know
was like,
how it is. Yeah.
I'm only going solo. I was like, oh God.
Yeah. I know how that could be. Well, before we let you go, if you could be doing anything right now besides music, what would you be doing?
I'm actually working towards it. I am working towards like more IT because I want to get into cybersecurity, you know, with being more involved with the stopping of the human trafficking
Oh, no.
and the with children as well. Like that is something that I see a lot going on around where I'm from. Like with the border patrol stopping vehicles and then they have people just lined up on the side of the road. Like
Yeah.
it is a big issue and something that I'm definitely still working towards wanting to work like maybe in my 30s and 40s. Like definitely something I do want to do and make an impact that matters. That really is going to make a different direct difference.
We need more people like that. So that
Yeah,
definitely is going to make a difference.
yeah,
And what advice do you have for any upcoming artists, especially female artists? Because,
yeah. It
the
can be
females
tough.
got to stick together.
Use your voice. Speak up. Don't let nobody call you a bitch. Or you know what? Let them and say, you know what? Yeah, I am. Because I know what I want. Know what you want and take your time with figuring out what it is that you want and stick by it. Because at the end of the day, it's your name and your artistry that everybody's going to remember.
Yeah.
Not what this guy thought or what this person thought. It's what they're going to remember about you because that's your face out there.
Well, thank you, Miss Ugena, for being on my show. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Yes.
You make dope music. And let people
Thanks.
know where they can check you and your music out. Give us all your social media platforms and all that good stuff.
Well, my Instagram, it's Ugena, Ugena2, Ugena. And even for my music, it's Ugena, Ugena. You'll find me directly. It's not that hard.
Like she said, it's not hard. Go ahead, search her, Google her, hit her up, Instagram, iTunes, Facebook, all that good stuff. You will not be disappointed with her music. She makes music for females who are going through it right now. And like she said, she has a couple songs to make you dance.
Yeah.
So if you want to feel all the vibes, she's your
Yes.
go-to girl to listen to. And it's your girl, DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and we are signing out.
It's 5 a.m., don't know where I've been. I got your missed calls, your missed texts. Won't you get the picture? Yeah, I don't miss ya. You say you're mine, it's the last time. Really, I don't care for it. No, 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 I don't care for it. I got a bad boy with me for the night, will fuck me right. Maybe it's just too late. I'm gone, baby, I'm gone. I'm gone, I'm gone. I hit the streets at 5 a.m. I'm not coming home, but I'm going home. It's 5 a.m., it's 5 a.m. Throw it up for me. I hit the streets at 5 a.m. I'm not coming home, but I'm going home. It's 5 a.m., 5 a.m. Baby, keep your distance, keep your distance. Make way, make way. I don't need to make amends. Your behavior's been a trend. It's no longer your business, it's not your business. Chasing thrills, I've got another pill. Take sips of alcohol, last call, roll call. Maybe it's just too late. I'm gone, baby, I'm gone. I'm gone, I'm gone. I hit the streets at 5 a.m. I'm not coming home, but I'm going home. It's 5 a.m., it's 5 a.m. Throw it up for me. I hit the streets at 5 a.m. I'm not coming home, but I'm going home.